So for the majority of yesterday's day, I was thinking that I'm gonna hit the road running, hit to the southern tip of Taiwan and head up the east coast today. That was until I let Annie know where I was, and then she was like, "You're right next to Kending." I says, "Yeah, I know." She's like, "No, you're really close to Kending." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. You have to spend the day in Kending." I said, "Why?" She says, "It's beautiful." She said a lot of her friends have stopped there and it's a really neat place to go. So I said, why not? Kending is a very touristy town. It's supposed to be beautiful. So we're going to stop at Kending. We're going to spend the day there. A couple of my friends from the other night are going to meet us and we're going to do a little hike during the day. I'm going to do a little exploration of Kending. It's going to be a nice ride through just a couple of little hills. And then we'll start the exploration of Kending. The weather shall be nice for the next 5 days or so, so it's going to be great. In 5 days, depending on my pace, I could be quite a distance up from where I am now. And if I'm more north, I think I'm going to be less rain. Maybe I can avoid the nasty weather that might come in the near future. The big thing I got to worry about today are those buses, Chinese tour buses. Those are going to be my nemesis for the East Coast, or at least the beginning of the East Coast, from what I hear. Look at this. Thank you.
It's okay.
What's your name?
My name's Max.
Max. I'm Matt. Max was like, "Did you have breakfast?" I said, "No." He's like, "I can fix that."
It's okay. Taiwan people are friendly.
Yeah, Taiwan people are friendly. So nice. A good welcome to Kending for sure. That is some tasty tiramisu. Coffee adds a lot. We're joined by Ken and Judy again. Oh, there she is. What are we gonna do today? So, first part?
Take a look at Sha頂Park.
Sha頂.
Sha頂.
Okay, so that sounded...
Start over.
All right, we're going to Sha頂Park. Sha頂Park. And that's a good overlook. Pretty much you can see the whole peninsula.
You can see the southern tip without any problem.
I know I'm cheating, guys, but Ken said he could drive me up to an area that I would probably have had to hoof it really hard for a while to get up. And there's a ton of water just filling up the side of the road and actually coming out of the road itself. The mountains here are saturated. The land is saturated from the typhoon still. It's making me wonder about the East Coast. Yeah, this dog is our guide dog. It met us at the parking lot, made sure we're together. He keeps looking back. Stay in line, guys. We walked across the street. When it got to the street, it looked back like, watch out for cars. He's pointing out things. He's like, this is a native plant.
Getting rid of the snakes.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, doing all sorts of good for us. But you gotta tip them at the end, you know? They do this whole thing, you think it's just for nothing. And they hold out their paw. wow.
People have been walking here and they're sinking in about 2.5 inches into the mud.
They don't call them water shoes for nothing.
Yeah, water shoes, not mud shoes.
Oh wow, that's neat.
This is a little bit slippery on these rocks because of mud on your shoes.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You okay, Judy? You want me to?
Okay.
It is what it is. Huh? It's muddy.
I mean, you're not going into your thigh deep, are you?
No. Ankles. Yeah, I'm through it already. Muddy. I'm exfoliating my feet right now. Oh, here we go. A little muddy. That's okay. What a nice day. Thank you, rain, for helping me to appreciate a nice day when it comes. A little preview for when I do my ride to the East Coast. The East Coast. And then mountains, mountains, mountains. This second half of Taiwan is going to be a lot different from that first half. It's going to be ups and downs, less cities, less urban, and more nature. One of you guys was like, I don't like this tour of Taiwan, Matt. It's just not the same as Japan or Korea. Well, there was a lot going on. I had hernias, I had hospitals to visit, I have visited a bunch of factories. It was a different tour. But it's about to switch gears back to what you might be more familiar with. So I'm going to enjoy Kenting a little bit more, show you a little bit more. Riding, sir, is going to take center stage here real soon. It's beautiful.
You can see one of the platforms over there.
Yeah. I see it through this crevice right here. You coming? He said. You coming? Ah, this dog is going the whole 9 yards with us.
Yeah.
Ken tried to feed him some combos. He was like, I don't eat processed foods. This place is really neat. I mean, just totally covered in vines and foliage. It's like you're out of a sort of a storybook. Judy was saying that when you walk down this trail, it's a little bit like a bunch of different terrains. You've got like narrow crevasse, and then you've got these covered foliage areas. It's like walking through a storybook. And then you've got wide open plains with an ocean view. Then you've got the wood paths going up and the stone paths going down. Lots of cool stuff. I am anthropomorphizing this dog. This dog came from a rough family. 2 brothers, 3 sisters. I always gave him a hard time. He was always the kind of dog that felt like a hard day's work, you'll end up getting somewhere. Even though he grew up in the rough part of town, far from the city. The other city dogs, if you'd ever run into them, treat them with disrespect. But he always said, you know what? His name's Doug, by the way. Doug always said, you know what? I'm gonna do different. I'm gonna get out of this forested town. I'm gonna make it someday. So he started joining travelers as they walked up and down the trails here. He'd point out interesting artifacts. He noticed that you do good for people and good will come back. So he just started walking with people. Every morning he put in long hours. His brothers and sisters thought he was foolish. Said, why are you putting in all those hours, Doug? Sit around in the forest, just chill out like us. Scavenge, it's fine. And he says, no, that's not my style. It's not the way it's gonna be. I wanna find something. I wanna make something of myself. I'm gonna find a family that cares about me. And so that's what he does. He follows people, just like he did today. Guiding, pointing things out, saying, hey, did you notice this part of the trail? It's quite nice, you should check it out. Keep it up. Did you bring some water? Snacks? We actually threw some snacks to him, you didn't want them. Keep them for yourself, sir. You'll take care of yourself. It's more important about you. Don't worry about me, I live here. And so throughout the lands, he's known as a dog that helps, but he's also getting tired of guiding people through the forest. He's hoping for that pot of gold at the end of that work-filled rainbow. And eventually he's hoping that one of these people that bring him along this route will see that shining gold heart of his and embrace him, take him with him out of the forest, out of this life that he's always been battling against, and down into the comfort of a nice home where he can aid a family that's going to treat him with respect and take care of him, because you know what? That's just what he deserves. The sad truth is that we're going to have to leave Doug here. I'm going to have to head off on my adventure, and Doug will wait. Wait for the next group of travelers. Wait for the next opportunity. No. Will he give up? Hell no. He'll continue to do the job to the best of his ability to make the people here that take this trail happy. Up until that final moment when he's rewarded with the ultimate gift. A nice, warm, dry home and all the dog food he'll ever want. Good old Doug. Alright guys, that was kind of a nice beginning to my stay here in Kenting. Ken and Judy went back home, so I'm back at the hotel. I did some laundry and sort of got a little decompressed here. The trike is sitting here pretty much ready to go, so tomorrow morning I can leave as early as I want. I'm told that the coast of Kenting is quite beautiful, so I'm going to walk to the beach, do a little walk around. You can see everybody here getting ready for the night market, because the Kenting night market is supposed to be pretty awesome as well. Let's walk around. Kenting is a big surfer city, so you get a lot of people with boards walking around, a lot of people surfing. I just looked at the surf, it wasn't that high, so I'm not sure if it's a big time for surfing at the moment, but normally it is. Kenting is surrounded by hostels and hotels and homestays, and just one after the other, boom, 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 boom. As a matter of fact, Ken and Judy told me this. They said that most of the people that serve this area live over in Hengshun, and there's not really a lot of industry here, not a lot of things going on other than people staying at homestays or hotels. This seems like a weird middle time for Kenji. So I'm gonna work on my computer a little bit, and we'll catch you later when the night market opens up.
Next time on the Jayoe vlog.
This is the Kenting night market. I only have one problem. I don't know what I'm gonna eat, what I'm gonna buy. Give me a little squidget. Look at the size of this thing.